Hi, this is Ahmed from Integra Audio. Our channel is focused on audio and music production. Please subscribe for more related content and check our website for in-depth reviews. In this video, we will have a look at an audio clipper from Venn Audio. It's called V-Clip. Because many people are not familiar with audio clippers, I'll quickly showcase the prime differences between audio limiters and audio clippers. As you can see, these three waveforms are totally different. The first signal is raw, with no processing on it. The second signal had the peaks that cross a certain threshold only attenuated or squashed. And for the third signal, any peaks crossing the threshold are clipped or chopped off. The main audible differences would be the intentionally introduced distortion to the audio, making it more colorful and noticeable with some saturation. Limiters, on the other hand, are ideally designed to operate transparently and minimize the effect on the audio signals when used correctly. Now, you would want to use an audio clipper rather than limiter if you're working in a genre where distortion and aggressive sounds are welcome, such as in rock, metal, and some subgenres of electronic music. That's in case you decide to use a clipper for your mastering stage. Clipping and moderation might be a good way to add more energy and make your mix louder. There are more ways to utilize a clipper in sound design. When making your drums, it could help to make them heavier and punchier, or also you could be using them for your guitar dial-in to make like distortion effect or overdrive. So this is V-Clip. It has a nice wave shaper with a knob to adjust the steepness of the knee. There are more clip types that are built into it and we'll look into them in a second. It has a scope view, and here's the input meter and input sliders, output meter and output sliders, as well as the ceiling, which dictates the max level the audio cannot exceed. Let's play some sounds and see how it processes the signals that go into it, and explore the built-in clip types. For this first example, I will use the clipper on my drum bus to add more energy and saturation. I'll introduce distortion moderately to make them punchier and heavier. Let's take a listen. And now we'll play it again, but we'll apply the clipper and we'll see what it sounds like. So you could hear the drums sound so much more present and sound so much harder, and they're sitting in the mix well. There is a little bit distortion to it, but it sounds really good in this context because this is what this is all about. Just adding more energy and flavor and characteristics to this drum track, and it's really keeping up very well. So let's take a listen again, but I'm going to be taking the clipper on and off through the playback so you have a pretty good idea of where we're standing. And also I want you to keep an eye on this meter right here, because you're going to see that it's almost playing at the same level with and without the clipper. So it has a more perceived, it has more perceived loudness, even though it plays at almost the same level. So this is with the clipper. And lastly, we'll play it again, but now I have automated the soft knee slider on here, so you have like a pretty good idea of what it feels like to go from soft clip all the way to very hard clip. Let's take a listen. I feel like each one had its own distinctive sound. I like how it sounds so far. Let's move on to the next one. And now we are going to look into the different clip types, especially the complex one, to create an overdrive or a distorted guitar sound. So first let's hear it without no distortion. So now I'm going to be introducing some overdrive and distortion. Let's see how it's going to sound. One of the things I really like about this plugin is the way it shapes the waveform. It's very accurate, it feels like, and looks good, and you can very easily manipulate it. They even have a built-in test tone. There's also a custom mode which could be used to manipulate or shape the negative samples as well as the positive samples to create some interesting and nice shapes. We'll see how it sounds if you would use this for making loud mixes during mastering. I will use Oversampling. This plugin offers up to 256 times oversampling with 3 different advanced polyphasic anti-aliasing filter types. We'll also have a look at the audio gain to adjust for the new peaks that are introduced by oversampling or inter-sample peaks. This concludes today's video. I hope you found it helpful in any way and liked it. Please don't forget to subscribe and check our website for more stuff like this. Thank you.